Okay, so today is Unit 3, Lesson 3. I apologize for getting up a little bit late. The joys of technology, things don't always work. So we are going to focus today on exploring division with 2-digit and 4-digit quotients. So we've been doing 3-digit quotients. We're going to see what it looks like when it's a little bit different number of digits. So we are going to read real world problems. We're going to write the steps for division, and then we're going to discuss arrays and the rectangle model for division, which we've already done a bit of. We're just going to look at it a little bit differently today. What I would like you to do to show me that you've watched the video is to create a nice little division sign. Show me where these vocabulary words belong in your on your division sign, on your bracket. So we have quotient, divisor, and dividend. I want you to write those words where they belong on the bracket, please. Once you've done that, you'll want to take out your big book. Feel free to pause at any time when you need to make sure you can get done here. So you want to make sure you have your book open to page 101. If you have not done that or have not taken out your book, you need to do that now. You can pause the video for sure if you need to take that out. We have a 2-digit quotient. Here you can see we're going to have a 4-digit quotient. I don't know that you're always going to know for sure how many digits will be in your quotient, but always feel free to add more boxes if you need to, if you find that you need more boxes, or just don't use one if you have an extra one. So we're going to do the expanded method along with what was done here for the rectangle place value sections method. So for the expanded method, we're going to do the same thing. 9 does not go into 2, so 9 goes into 25 2 times, right? We need to add the 0. 2 times 9 is 18, so 20 times 9 is 180. Our next method, our next step is to subtract 252 minus 80 is going to be 72. Sorry, crazy airliner. Let's see how many times 9 goes into 72. Goes in 8 times. 8 times 9 is 72. I'm going to subtract. I have 0. I still need to add my 2 together to get my total of 28. I want you to try to do that for number 2. You can do that before or after you watch number 3. I don't care what order you do it in, but you just make sure you get number 2 done. Number 3 has 8,984 divided by 8. So we need to figure out how many times 8 goes into 8, or 8,000. It's going to go 1,000 times. 1,000 times 8 equals 8,000. Next step is subtract. 8,984 minus 8,000 is going to be 984. I'm going to bring our number up. 984. You can get 800 in that. So 1 times 8 is 800. We're going to subtract. Bring our number up. 8 goes into 18 2 times. We put the extra 0 because of the 4. So 20 times 8 is 160. Hopefully you're doing this with me in your book. If you're not, you need to make sure you get that done. We're going to subtract, and we get 24. Bring up our 24. 8 goes into 24 3 times. 3 times 8 equals 24. Subtract, get a 0, none left over. Last step would be to add. So we're going to 1,123. We should get the same thing if we go in the expanded method. I'm going to go ahead and do the expanded method for this one as well. And so I won't need to go through the other pages as well. So we're going to go 8 goes into 8,000 1,000 times. 1,000 times 8 equals 8,000. Subtract 984. 8 goes into 9 one time. We've got to put our 2 zeros. And 8 times 100 is 800. I'm going to subtract 184. 8 cannot go into 1, goes into 18 2 times. I have 1 digit left over, so I'm going to put the 0. 20 times 8 is 160. Subtract. 8 can go into 24 3 times. 3 times 8 equals 24. Subtract, and I got a 0. So my last step would be to add those 4 together. And I would get 1,123, just like above. All right, so I want you to go ahead and pause and make sure you do number 2 and number 4, please. Pause the tape now. We are actually going to skip page 102. We're not going to worry about that today. You have, let's see, several problems on this page. 12, it looks like. 11, no? 4 times 3 is 12. Good job, Miss Seaman. I can do it right. I would like you to complete all of this. If you are not able to or are not sure how to complete these problems, you will be able to do them at school tomorrow. But if you are able to, I would encourage you to do them tonight at home. You can choose whichever method you would like. I would like you to try to do at least one expanded method and one rectangle method, but there are several of you who we've talked and you are kind of an expert in one area. But those of you who are doing the shortcut method, I want you to try to do one of each of these. Most of you should be doing expanded or rectangle. Make sure you are doing what you do best and working carefully. Okay, once you've finished page 103, you will also work on page 104. You may need a little bit of extra space, so feel free to use another piece of paper. You're going to want to show your work. Very important. Always, always show your work, especially on these problems like division. There's a lot to it. So show your work. You need to have 104, 103, and 101 worked through tomorrow. If you don't have it worked through, we will work through them in class. But those are the pieces of your homework for tonight. So I'm going to be done, and you are going to keep working. Make sure you do your best. Again, if you're having trouble with this, or you don't remember how to do it, or you feel like you need some help, Miss CJ and I will be here in the morning. We will be happy to help you and work through some of these with you. So good luck. Do your best, and we will talk more tomorrow. Bye.